What's up everyone? Today we're going to be talking about the 3 pillars of the longest living dogs, what they all seem to have in common, and how you guys can teach and implement feeding like a farm dog and living like a farm dog, whether you have a farm or not. So let's go take a lap around and we'll go through the 3 pillars.
Come on, G. Gunner, come.
All right, so for those of you who don't know me, my name's Jack. I'm a certified canine nutritionist and I own a pet supplement company for the last 3 years that's helped thousands of dogs improve their quality of life and longevity through some of these pillars that I will be talking about with you today. Essentially, I'm a pet owner just like you at the end of the day, and I wanted to figure out ways to help my first dog, Cowboy, live as long as possible, and of course now my second dog and all of our dogs, right? They're like furry members of the family, and so I went down this rabbit hole of studying and researching the longest living dogs and the record holders for that across the entire world, and there were 3 common pillars that they all had that I'm going to break down in this video. All right, so the first of these 3 pillars is probably the least in your control. There are simply some things that are more in our control and some things that aren't. This one is going to be the least in your control. I will say the last pillar that I'll go over in this video is the most in your control to contribute to your dog's health and longevity. So the first pillar is going to be environmental stressors. This could be simply anything from common household chemicals that you and I are both exposed to on a day-to-day basis. You know, if that's going on in your home, your pet is also exposed to those things as well. Many of the things that health professionals are diagnosing within like common products now, you know, even like bleach and like these home cleaning and products that are having an impact on your dog and getting into their immune system, bloodstreams, and causing basically havoc and many common illnesses. So environmental stressors, you know, it could also be, let's say you live in a big city. I'm not saying that if you live in a big city, your dog won't live for a very long time. I'm just saying that being around that, there's a lot of stress. Like if your dog has anxiety, like Cowboy is a little bit of an anxious dog. His breed tends to be prone to things like anxiety around a lot of people because he's supposed to be a farm dog. He's supposed to be on a farm. And so when he's around a lot of people, he can be a little bit stressed. Stress is a big one that can actually take a toll on their lifespan as well. And if that's over a prolonged period of time, honking constantly, like hearing loud noises, booms, bangs, cars, whatever it is, you know, that's not something that's probably ideal and not something that any of the world record holders for the longest living dogs had in their rap sheets, essentially.
He's so handsome, Gunner. He's a good boy. Come on. Let's go.
All right, guys, so the second thing on the pillar of the world's longest living dogs is some sort of both, I'm gonna say fulfillment as an overlying word, but that kind of has 2 pillars, both mental and physical. So these longest living dogs, they had something every single day that kept them busy, fulfilled, occupied. They had a job to get up in the morning, whether it was to patrol the property, you know, herd livestock, do something to engage their brain that they were originally bred to do, and really give them that sense of purpose on a day-to-day basis. So that comes from mental stimulation and as well as some sort of physical stimulation, because we all know the more healthy and in shape your body is, the more likely you're going to be able to fend off disease, fend off illness, and ultimately live a longer and higher quality of life. Because the first thing that we see with our dogs so often is their bodies give out before their minds. we saw it happen with our family Labrador when I was much younger, and it's just something that I don't wish upon anyone. And so keeping their body strong, okay, and in shape is going to play a great factor in their overall longevity and in this quality of life while they're living as well. So our dogs exercise every single day and they're much happier because of it, especially because both these breeds, you know, Cowboy is a working dog and Gunner is from field lines of golden retrievers, and so he's got a lot more endurance than the average golden retriever. If you're asking for ways of how to kind of go about you know, providing both mental and physical stimulation, I won't get super into detail on that in this video, but we will have other videos on it, and I already do have some. So come on, Cowboy. So physical stimulation is just exercise, and I mean, that's pretty straightforward. Get out there, just start walking, just start hiking, agility. Mental stimulation can be a little bit harder for people who, you know, I think people overcomplicate it a bit, but I mean, just basic obedience training is a great way to start. Tricks, just walking around a property like this, getting all kinds of scents, smells, exploring. It's a great way to get out there, do some mental stimulation. And also, one way that we love is by feeding Himalayan yak cheese chews, long-lasting enrichment chews that keep your dog occupied, happy, and fulfilled. And that is our latest product by Back 40 Dogs. So if you guys haven't yet, I'll put the link down below and you guys can go check those out. Oh my God, what are we getting into? Gunner, get your, you are not an ostrich. Get out of the ground. This is a gopher alley. Cowboy says you shouldn't be doing that. All right, and the third and final pillar of the longest living dogs, and I'm talking about these dogs lived, I think it was 31 years old is the world record holder currently. You know, a lot of them are cattle dogs actually that are up there in the 28 range. And so the longest living dogs all had this in common, and that is that they ate a specific kind of diet that fueled them for longevity. It was not a highly processed diet. They did not eat strictly only kibble, and they were supplemented with some type of farm fresh superfoods on a daily basis to keep them strong, healthy, and living their best lives. And so that is what our brand Back 40 Dogs strives to do. The Back 40 refers to a remote part of a farm or in a ranch. And so that's kind of why we named our brand after that, and this whole movement of fueling like a farm dog that we are trying to create. And what, do you want me to throw this right now? You want me to throw this? Oh no, collision. Diet is something that we can control. A lot of these other things are outside of our control, but diet and what we feed our dogs it's never been easier to feed your dog a high quality diet that can promote their longevity and fuel them for more memories together. And that is what we strive to do. That is why I set out to start this brand, to become a certified canine nutritionist and to document our journey of growing all of this, because it's really been a pack effort. Like seeing everyone's testimonials come in, how our superfoods and our simple products are changing your guys' dogs' lives is so cool to see. It's why we do what we do. And if you guys are interested in fueling your dogs like farm dogs, I highly encourage you to check us out. I'll put a link down below. You guys can get a coupon off your first order. And if you ever have any issues with a product or anything, just contact us and we offer a 100% satisfaction guarantee. We do business old school. You know, we're not trying to scam people or even honestly trying to scale this thing to the moon. We just want to help 1 million dogs. That's our goal. So what are you guys doing over there? Gunner, come. Gunner, come. Come. Good boy. This big guy. This big guy. Aw. He's just a happy guy. So yeah, diet is the thing that I think you guys can control the most, and it's arguably the most important thing and contributing factor to your dog's wellness. So when you combine all three of these things, you provide them with a healthy environment to live in. They get outside in nature. You exercise them, you provide them mental stimulation, and then you stack on simple, natural superfoods onto their diet on a day-to-day basis. That is the recipe that we have seen is proven for longevity with canines. And the thing is, guys, with diet, like, it doesn't have to be complicated. Most of our products are single ingredient or minimal ingredients, and I think it's in the complications that we kind of lose touch with our roots, and all that God has essentially given humans and animals to live a healthy and fulfilled life. And so I highly encourage you to invest at least some time into studying like a more natural and holistic approach to your dog's health, and maybe even yours as well, because it's really not necessary to load them up on all kinds of meds, prescriptions, and all kinds of crazy stuff. All you need to do is provide them with the right superfoods in a good balance, and they should live a pretty good life. Cowboy. They're our best friends, and so it's our duty to treat them as such and feed them as such. And so I highly encourage you guys to invest in all three of those things that I talked about. And if you are one of those invested dog owners, then check us out at back40dogs.com, or our products are also on Amazon. So thanks for watching the video. If you guys liked it, subscribe. We'll have some more stuff coming out, and we also have an email list if you guys want to learn about that. So I'll put a link for that in the description. It's how we educate a lot of people on different simple stuff. Even like tossing an egg on your guys' dog's food, blueberries, strawberries, dried sea kelp, pumpkin. There goes Bo. Thanks for watching.